Damn, my phone be glitching. So I'm sitting here pondering and I'm listening to my videos and I'm reviewing my YouTube content. Everything's gonna be raw and uncut. I'm not planning anything. Everything's gonna be spontaneous. And I'm just in my room. I'm sitting here. I'm smoking. I'm vaping. And I'm listening to myself and I'm listening to my videos. And while I'm listening to myself, I'm listening to myself and I'm listening to myself and in other ways. And I'm tapping into all these other stuff. And this is actually first time where I actually did something like this. But anyways, while I was sitting here pondering, and people are asking me, who are you listening to? Who are you following? Who are you, and that was my thing is I didn't want to be a follower anymore. I didn't want to disrespect anybody's teachings or anybody's way of life. And I didn't want to, but it's like the core of America, like I wanted to go all the way back, like to our core values, to our core perspectives, and who are we following? Who are we listening to? What principles do the human condition in America, like core values, like core, like who are we as America? Who are we as Americans? And you can't really there's it's hard to tally that up because as I was saying in a previous video, America is full with different cultures, different perspectives, different religions, different spiritual beliefs. And it's like we got it all ass backwards by having all this division. It's crazy that no one is putting this into words. No one is like figuring it out. No one is understanding. And like my biggest like profound like, oh wow, like and I had to get it on video. I'm gonna post this right away too. you know, oh my god. So all these pioneers. So all I do is overthink, and I figured, I'm always focused, and I'm tackling all these different subjects, and if I can accomplish all these things, not really focused on one specific thing. So now that I'm specifically focused on one task, and I'm channeling all of my intelligence, all of my power onto one thing, which is the soul drift pilgrimage. So everything I've been doing since I decided the soul drift pilgrimage, I been channeling all my energy, all my time. Everything is just naturally, organically just going. I'm not forcing creativity. Creativity is just happening. And as I sit here and ponder and I'm doing research on all these different pioneers, even the ones that discovered America, or even, the people that, the people that I'm related to most, and my thinking patterns and why am I like this or and stuff like that. Trying to find commonalities amongst people that have lived amongst us. And it just so happened to be that I'm an individual that is one of these like I know for a fact I'm going to be one of the greats or one of the people in the history books. I'm not trying to be like, oh my God, he just thinks so high and mighty of himself. No, I just know, like in my heart, once you tap into certain things, anybody can get this feeling, But it's like I know for a fact I'm gonna make history with the soldier of pilgrimage. I know for a fact, people are gonna tune in and realize like he's literally doing this. Like this is his life. Like he's documenting every single day of his life. He's documenting all of it, and it's just gonna be raw, uncut. It's super simple. It's super easy. Yeah, I'm a poet and I'm smart and I'm tapping into AI and meta and I'm putting in all my information into AI and meta, and like they get all credit, and that's what people are stupid on. They try to hide that shit. They try to be like, oh no, no, these are tools that are given to us. If these are tools that are given to us as public, as American citizens, we have free liberty to use these tools. There is no copyright clause you have to worry about. There is no, oh, he's flexing, just be no, like it's not my fault. I'm a genius and I decided to actually see it's an AI. It's artificial intelligence. It's Meta, it's all these other ones, Series and Google AI and all these other AI streaming things. I tap into them, and it's not cheating. It's not no. I know how to use them. I study them. I research them. And the only way to study them is play with it. I'll sit there for hours on these AI apps, and literally all these AI apps, it's a mirror of your stuff. Yeah, they got all the information, but if you don't ask the right questions or if you don't write the right stuff, and if they're not analyzing your own personal data and tapping into your own personal mind frame and your algorithm, it's not going to be a useful tool. So digging into all these pioneers and digging into and realizing like, damn, with this right here I can make history with my mind frame and my concepts and my stuff, and like me establishing like, like me yesterday and me coming up with the unity handshake agreement concept. That was purely off of me, like, how do I approach a business, being a wanderer, how do I make this, acceptable, because my first mind frame when I first went in there, everything's organic. I was like, man, fuck American society. I'm gonna do that. No, this is complete opposite mind frame, bro. I'm embracing the American society. By doing this, I realized like, oh snap, I'm an American. I'm being an American. I'm demonstrating my rights and my amendments, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just, what I'm doing is different. It's experimental. It's experimental. It's just, it's research. It's philosophical research. It's purely a journey of self-discovery, and that was the idea. From that idea, and if you sit on an idea and you got time to let the idea grow, you can make impactful, revolutionary like stuff like the Unity Handshake Agreement. And if you're an avid follower, you know what the UHA is, and you know that that's something that I can utilize on my journey living with kindness and everything like that. And with something like that, I was digging into all this information and stuff like that, and realizing that there are these like verbal contracts, there are, contracts, written documents. And how do you become, me having sovereign majesty, me demonstrating my personal sovereignty? I have every right to draw up a formal, if I know how to, if I know how to structure it. I know, okay, I need witnesses, I need, phrases, I need sayings, I need it to be formal, I need it to be the same every single time I do the Unity Handshake Agreement. So I created a broad overlook on it, and this is also me doing work for my master's degree. So I'm already tapping into real life research and stuff like that. So when I go into a college or an institution and I'll be like, here, everything is documented. This is my life. This is what I've been doing. This is real life. My life is purely philosophical research. My whole life is. So me just living on a day-to-day basis, living off of kindness, food, shelter, transportation, all off of pure kindness, became this plan that I could eventually incorporate into my life. Where, okay, if you're uncomfortable with a complete stranger pulling up and just popping up randomly and asking you to sleep on their couch or on, so I will give you this unity, I'll pitch the Unity Handshake Agreement, okay? Because obviously you're uncomfortable, and I need shelter. So how do I, take all risk and give you all reward? How do I become beneficial? So then me and the other party, the agent, I'm the principal, that's the agent. When, we're discussing or we're conversing, you know, how do we make it formal and how do we make it legit? How do we make them feel comfortable or make them feel safe? How do we, expect them to believe that, everything is everything? So basically, what I'm doing is giving them a special power of attorney. I'm an individual. I'm a human being. I got power of majesty. I have every right to sign over or verbally, you know, say like, yeah, I give you verbal consent to be my special power of attorney for 3 days. That's a minimum. I mean, that's the maximum, 3 days. And with something like this, there is always flexibility, and we can be like, okay, after the 3 days, I really enjoyed having you, in my life. So let's extend it to another 3 days and see where the soldier of pilgrimage, and everything is tied to the soldier of pilgrimage. But the UHA, I have just a regular one that's not like tied to the soldier of pilgrimage. But that's the beauty of what I just created for this concept. You can apply it to anything: homelessness, nomad communities, um, drifters, wanderers, and make it more approachable to like, oh, I'm gonna get killed. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, he's gonna eat me. No, we got a fucking contract now. And then it's like, okay, how do you bind a verbal contract or with a handshake? Now, the beauty with mine, it's all about unity. It's all about, togetherness. So now, when it comes down to the ceremony or the ritual of the UHA that I curated, and it's all concept based, and I'll eventually fine tweak it. I'll pitch it to a few people and see if they can help me with it. This is just a long term goal. So when I am living my life and I'm enjoying my first 6 months or 7 months just wandering and just enjoying, people understand that he's doing research. He's living his life, but he's tapping in and he's learning the human condition and he's being homeless. I have no money, bro. I'm broke as shit. I have nothing. No nothing. So it's like this is gonna be my life. It is what it is, and I'm happy. It's exciting. I found my passion and I found that hey, this lifestyle can get me to a degree, and then that degree can get me to, you know, eventually being able to go to the, White House or go to Washington D.C. and be like, okay, this is my concept. I want to apply this concept to homelessness. I want to start helping the homeless community. Because when I was homeless when I was a kid, I was homeless for like 6, 7 years. And I loved it. That's where I thrived. And that's what I was saying. My whole life prepared me for this. If I can thrive in the community, and now that I'm healed and I'm awoke, and if I can help other people and apply what I know, that's all I'm doing is living. Like, there's supposed to be a higher purpose, and now I know. I need a doctorate in philosophy. I need to spread this message. I need to, and that's kind of where the wraparound is when I was talking about these pioneers. Me just sitting here, if I can create and create and create and do all this and all these, where am I different? So, okay, that's where I'm different. Cool. All these other pioneers, even the Peace Pilgrim. I love her, man. She's amazing. The Peace Pilgrim. Definitely an inspiration. She did her pilgrimage for I think like 26 years, and it inspires me. It's amazing. I'm like, bro. After I decided to go on this journey, the universe was just providing me with all these people, and the Peace Pilgrim was one of them. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of close to me. And she wanted world peace, and so me being, let me actually Let me take a second because it's a lot of information and I know I can ramble and I want to give you guys respect, my soul drifters. I want to give y'all respect. Be mindful. So me and my search for my individuality on this journey, like everything is like coming together so organically and so beautifully and so profound and naturally. You know, my YouTube channel is building and it's, you know, I'm a perfectionist. I gotta make sure everything on point. I gotta make sure my mission, my directive is clear. That I am purely tapping into myself. I am just trying to find myself. I'm trying to, like, I found myself. I know who I am. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know who I am. I give myself credit. I've done a lot of work. I'm no longer suffering. Depression's no longer eating me. Anxiety is no longer taking over. Fear doesn't no longer control this temple. I am clear of all negativity. You know, I am still programmed to react the way that I was raised to react. I am still programmed to follow directive, and whether that's the military mind frame, that's you know, the lifestyle I lived, mind frame, growing up in the neighborhoods I grew up in and just having this, like, we military, that's just what it is. We got our own military mind frame, you know, and I try to utilize language that people understand and people can understand, or the majority should. The military soldier, you got a directive, you got goals. I did the National Guard thing. Granted, I didn't get to achieve my dreams, and I had a medical discharge and stuff like that. And I don't know my standards with that, you know. But that was one of my goals, was to become a military police officer, you know, and having all these dreams and aspirations, and realizing, like, there's reasons why it never worked. I'm supposed to be spreading this love and this kindness and this unity, and I'm supposed to be not being selfish and keeping it to myself. Now that I've healed, and I know that there is no more growth staying stagnant. There's no more growth staying still. And I talked to my mom Dukes, and I had the whole conversation, and I was, man, me and her, we have heated conversations, and I love our conversations. We get in it. And I was yelling, and I was telling her, like, bro, like, this can't be, like, I was trying to just get to the point of, like, why I decided to do this journey and this venture. And I was just telling her, like, I'm just sitting here, and I'm looking at my life and all the stuff I accomplished, raising 2 kids in one relationship for 12 years, then raising 2 other kids for, like, 6 months until I got stabbed up, you know. I am a great father. Like, I need to own that shit. I'm a great father. But what I need to also understand and realize, you know, that I need to understand to only control what I can and not control everything. And if my mom's perspective is her perspective, and she needs, honestly, she needs to understand that even she has all power, and she's powerful, and she's an amazing individual, and she has her own independence, and she might not see it, and she might just see that, hey, that's the life, because she's been in the same apartment since I was a kid, and she says she's happy. I know, like, she could be happier, but it can't be life, and I was telling her, like, I threw everything away. I already took all my old life, everything that I know, my perspective. Now I meditate and do yoga, and I still smoke weed. I still got attachments, and I still got the program from my old life. And I realized that in my time here in Oshkosh, regardless of me doing everything right, starting from the basement, starting on food stamps and, health insurance, and getting kicked off because I make too much money, and, paying bills and borrowing money to people. And, there's people that owe me money now. That is crazy. There's people that owe me good money, and I don't even, like, see it as they owe me no more. Like, it's to the point where I got out the hood. I found stability. I found, and I'm looking at all these people. They had these jobs for 45 years, and I did had a thought, and I'm like, yeah, that would be nice to be stable and be at a job. But then I look at my home life, and I'm like, man, this is, like, yeah, I'm stable. I'm good. I got clean clothes. I got laundry money. I got food. I'm out the hood. And it's just a never-ending cycle of why am I still hungry? It's the only way I could describe it. It's like a hunger. It's like I can accomplish all these different things, and like I was saying, it's like my mind is so focused on all these different things, but it's not focused on me. And when I'm home, I'm happy, but when
interact with outside world, I'm just, distracted. I'm angry and confused, and it's not my emotions. I'm realizing it's not my emotions. It's not me. That's not me. I'm clear headed. I'm good. So that's not. That's just me being an empath, and I'm just mirroring people, and I'm just like, And then when I get disrespected, oh, don't disrespect me. I'm a project baby at heart. I'm from the trenches. I, I I earned my respect, and I don't, you know, expect no one to just upright and respect me, but I know my worth. So instead of expecting people to respect me, I make them respect me through my actions, through my words, through that follow through, and I demonstrate that I can be a person to be respected, to be admired, to inspire them to do different or seek different, or to be an individual and embrace their uniqueness and their individuality. And when I first got here to Oshkosh, I was lost and confused and scared. I don't know what the fuck I was. I was angry. I was just annoyed and irritated. And granted, I had every right to be fresh out the psych ward. No guidance, no structure, no food, no hygiene products, no clean clothes, no nothing. Like I just had my buckets of clothes and a dream, and it's a dollar and a dream story, and I'm gonna stick with it, because that's what I'm gonna have, a dollar and a dream. This whole adventure, it's gonna be me, my bag, and this dream, these goals and these aspirations, and to wrap this up, to come to conclusion, the soldier pilgrimage is not to change the fucking world. It's to continue changing my world as an individual, this unique being, this potluck of a mess, is going to change my world. And in the retrospect, hopefully, like my whole big dream is that now that I understand, now I got this process and I understand that I can't change the world, and I know that for a fact. But what I also know is I can change. I can affect at least one individual, and if I can change one individual in each state, just one individual's mind frame, create like a little seed, plant a little seed, and let that seed grow into a tree, and let it drop seedlings and control. I have a vision, and I'm saying this now in 2024. I'm saying this now before New Year's hits, that I have a vision that if I tap into one person in each state, and I just make them curious about being an individual. Make them curious to look at my principles and my sovereign scrolls, and they look like, oh, he's saying some shit, and maybe they have their own principles. Maybe they find out they got their own sovereign scrolls. Cause it's not all. I don't want no. Don't follow me. That's the beauty of my venture. Don't be a follower. Be a leader. It's not about no. These are mine. Like yeah, I'm gonna apply it to. I'm gonna apply my sovereign scrolls. I'm gonna apply my principles to the unity handshake agreement to make it uniquely mine, so no one could just outright and bite that shit. No one could go and try to make a watered down version. No, that's completely attached to me and my sovereignty and my sovereign majesty. So how are you gonna steal from a king? Like, like that's not gonna hold well in court. Like, because I know what I know and you know what you know. So how you gonna tell me that I'm not what I am? I have every right to live so as I deem so fit. I have every right to think how I think, perceive the world how I perceive. And if I say what I say what I say. And if I mean what I mean, I mean what I mean. And I hold you contempt in court for lying on my name. I hold you contempt in court for trying to perceive me as a monster. I hold you contempt in court to try. I don't even know what this means, but I know that you lying on my name and you trying to make me out to be hostile, or when all I'm preaching, all I'm saying is unity, unity, respect, and love, and kindness, and care, peace, 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 peace. It is not hostile to be assertive. It's not hostile to be confident. It's not hostile. I'm new. I still got that program. And I'm not trying to change the world. Your world is safe for me. I'm just trying to change individual people. And hopefully they see that there's light and there's vision, and there's momentum, and there's structure, and there's solid. Peace and blessings to everybody. Much love. Hope y'all find enlightenment. Hope y'all find inner peace. Remain soul drifters. Remain true to yourself. Become an individual. If I can guide you to that path, cool. Take on my principles, take on my sovereign scrolls. But eventually, I want you to grow and spread your wings and fly. And don't try to change the world, change your world. Because changing the world obviously doesn't work. We all try changing the world to break systematic curses and generational curses and to make revolutionary change, to adapt beyond, remain resilient and understand our in-depth worth and understand that we as human and being are all powerful. We are the answers we seek. We are love. We are light. Y'all enjoy y'all day.